Super Mario 64 is one of the greatest games ever made because honestly there are barely any bad stars. Almost every mission in the game has something memorable about it, whether it's the atmosphere, or the music, or the challenge, the exploration, or just a weird moment that sticks in your brain forever. And that's what makes making a list like this so hard. Because there isn't only 10 good stars in the game. Honestly, I could remake this video 3 different times with different stars and they would all probably be acceptable. But these are the stars that stood out to me the most. The stars I always look forward to replaying. The ones that I think perfectly capture what makes Super Mario 64 so special. So today I'm ranking my personal top 10 favorite stars in Super Mario 64. And I know, just like any opinion, some are going to think it's wrong, and that's okay. And while you're down there, if you could please drop a like, it'd be greatly appreciated. Now let's get on with the video. Number 10. Whomp's Fortress 100 Coin Star. I know putting a 100 coin star on the list sounds kinda crazy, but this one has always stood out to me. Whomp's Fortress is a really fun level to move around in, and it's not super stressful. The platforming feels fair, and there are coins everywhere. It's honestly hard to miss 100 coins unless you're actually trying to. And because it's one of the easier 100 coin stars, most players will probably get it. It almost teaches you how these stars are going to work moving forward. You naturally explore the level more, you start learning enemy placements and find hidden areas. And before you know it, you've gotten a star. It's just one of those stars that feel relaxing instead of frustrating, and I think it sets the tone for the rest of the game really well. Number 9. Bob-omb Battlefield, Big Bob-omb on the Summit. This is the first star of Mario 64. Technically, there are other stars you could get first, but realistically, this is the first major mission that most people experience. And Nintendo absolutely nailed it. It teaches you the game without feeling like a tutorial. You slowly climb the mountain while learning movement, platforming, and enemies, and exploring all at the same time. And then at the very top, you're greeted by King Bob-omb. As a kid, this genuinely felt like a boss fight. You had to climb all the way up just to throw hands with this thing. And honestly, even replaying it now, there's still something special about it. Number 8. Cool Mountain, Big Penguin Race. This mission stressed me out as a kid. The race itself isn't insanely difficult, but there is enough challenge where you have to keep yourself locked in the whole time. You can get bumped off by the penguin, or you could just fall off turning corners going too fast. And every time you start doing well, you suddenly panic and start overthinking every moment. But what really makes this memorable is the anti-cheating mechanic. Because everybody tried skipping part of the race at least once, and Nintendo actually programmed the penguin to recognize that and refuse to give you a star. This is such a cool detail. It forces you to actually complete the race properly, which makes finally winning feel way more rewarding. Plus, this one just has a lot of nostalgia for me. Number 7. Big Boo's Haunt, 8 red coins. Big Boo's Haunt is my favorite map in the game. The creepy music and the dark rooms and little details like the piano that attacks you. It does a really good job at forcing you to explore almost the entire mansion. The red coins are hidden in really fun locations, but they're not frustrating to collect either. The challenge mostly comes from learning the mansion layout and searching every room carefully. It feels more mysterious without being annoying, and honestly that balance is why Mario 64 aged so well. Number 6. Tiny Huge Island, rematch with Koopa the Quick. This star takes the original Koopa race and somehow makes it even more fun. Tiny Huge Island already is really cool because of the whole tiny and giant mechanic, and racing through it just feels exciting the whole time. The race is more challenging than the original, of course, since it is a rematch, but because of that, it feels more rewarding when you finally beat them. It's one of those stars where the whole level just works perfectly together. Everything about it feels memorable. Number 5. Snowman Land, 8 red coins. This is probably the weirdest pick on the list, but I genuinely love this star. Mainly because it really encourages exploration. And if you think back to the others on this list, they all kind of have that in common. The game barely tells you what to do, you kind of have to figure it out on your own. Like bouncing off an enemy's head to break a block to get the Koopa shell needed for certain coins. As a kid, discovering stuff like this was huge, and the star had a cool feeling, where every coin feels intentionally placed instead of randomly thrown around the level. It feels like a scavenger hunt in the best way possible. Number 4. Wing Mario Over the Rainbow, 8 red coins. This pick may bring some controversy, because I know a lot of people actually don't like this star. It's likely to be in almost everyone's top 10 least favorite. And honestly, I don't understand why. If you fail, you get thrown all the way out of the castle, and then you have to go all the way back up to the very top to try again. And that is brutal, but weirdly enough, that challenge is exactly why I love this star so much. It makes the star feel more important. And once you actually get comfortable with the wing cap controls, flying through the sky collecting red coins feels incredibly satisfying. And I don't think it's that difficult if you stay patient and you just don't panic. Because once you start flying wildly, then yeah, you're done. But if you keep it together, this is a fun, rewarding star to get. Number 3. Princess's Secret Slide. This star is pure Mario 64 nostalgia. The second the music starts, I'm instantly transported back to childhood. And yeah, technically there are 2 stars here depending on your time, but for this ranking I'm counting the whole slide experience as 1, because the entire thing is iconic. Finding a hidden slide inside of Peach's castle felt magical, and the slide itself is fun. It's a simple concept with great music, great atmosphere, and great replay value. Sometimes the simplest stars end up becoming the most memorable, and it's an early star, so most people have collected this. Number 2. Tall Tall Mountain, Mysterious Mountain Slide. Honestly, all the slides in Mario 64 are great, but this one is my absolute favorite. There's just something about the darker atmosphere mixed with the speed of the slide that makes it feel different than the others. And there's enough challenge there too, especially with the giant drop. If you miss it completely, you ruin your run. But thankfully, the game doesn't punish you too bad, because if you fail, you can just jump right back into the painting and you're right there at the slide. So no need to reclimb the mountain. That small detail makes a huge difference and keeps the star fun instead of frustrating. And finally, number 1, Big Boo's Haunt Ghost Hunt. Yeah, Big Boo's Haunt again. I told you it was my favorite level in the game, and honestly, this star perfectly captures everything I love about Mario 64. Exploration, atmosphere, combat, progression. You have to travel throughout the mansion taking care of all the boos before you finally fight King Boo himself for the star. It feels like an actual adventure, and every single time I replay Mario 64, this is one of those stars I look forward to the most. Honestly, I like it so much sometimes I'll intentionally save it as the final star of a playthrough just so I can have that reward at the end. That's how much I like this star. And honestly, that's what makes Mario 64 so timeless. Everybody connects with different stars for different reasons, and somehow Nintendo managed to make every star memorable in its own way. So now I want to know your favorites. What stars would make your top 10 list? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.